So when this tournament was first announced, I was a little confused because it was advertised as a team tournament, and I was sitting there like, how the heck are we going to play as a team in this game? Because like it's one-on-one battles. But the way they worked it out is there were team leaders, and then everybody just got assigned to a team. And so these are my two matches that I did for my team. This first match was against Eternity. I threw together this kind of Link Storm team because since it's dual PvP, I don't have to worry about the PvP restrictions, so I can use however many top tiers I want, and it all works out there. Motor Dragon gets his Swift Unwanted Friend. I can immediately soul exchange him and get back my Alpha Storm. Go ahead and kill his Wraith Host here. I was using Don Delaguini just because I wanted another Storm monster who was, interesting and who could also fulfill the Link Storm requirement. However, see right there, I tried to use Rescuing Sen back because I didn't need him anymore, but he has Gravity Field, so he kind of counters the whole purpose of having my Alpha Storm there. So you'll see I switched him in the second match. But it's okay. There he kills my Angel Lion, puts Delaguini to hold ground. I'm not really sure what to do here, so I go for the Glimmer Drake, who is such a cool monster. I think he's so cool. I really want him, but I don't have him. That's okay. I just take out the Glimmer Drake. I've got Vixiagard, who can really do whatever he wants. I skip, and it actually kills my Pandorka from the Dolphin Revenge, which is a little unfortunate, but I'm able to kill two of his monsters there. He's got 3 Bronze Shells on the field. I just kill one because I figure, I've got pretty good control here. So I give turn because I see he has a Stunning Entrance next in line. I go ahead and stun Retribution, EMP. I'm just kind of counting the seconds down a little bit. So now I can Overwatch. I put the Ultimate Dragon to sleep, and I give turn back to my Alpha Storm, and I kill the Guillaumerai. Alpha Storm is stun immune. Ryzen's got Overwatch, so that Stunning Entrance really wasn't too bad. Also, Vixiagard is stealthed, but his 2 Bronze Shells die off, and he brings in a Centurion, who also has a Stunning Entrance. Now my monsters are really far out of play. He goes for a Night Watch, but obviously, Vixiagard has Camouflage. Zephyrin kills my Rock, brings in the Malwing, doesn't put anybody new to sleep. Here I do something pretty unheard of, but I blow back Centurion, and luckily my Grimoris Sleeping Entrance hit Astrogolem. I knew basically I had enough control that I felt comfortable knocking back a Shocking Entrance monster. Here, I'm thinking, all right, I've got Grimoris, he's got 3 people asleep, and all of his monsters have kills. So now, all of his monsters are asleep. I have total control. I decide to shield Vixiagard because everybody else has hold ground. I went for a Dream Hunt on Ultimate Dragon, but he just woke up just as I went to hit him. So, maybe I could have been paying attention and noticed that he was awake, but I didn't because I just had it in my head, I'm going to Dream Hunt Ultimate Dragon. So then he goes for a Double Survivor, puts both of those people to hold ground, but I'm not too worried because I can Blood Heal Ryzen and then just Dream Hunt somebody with Grimoris to get her back off hold ground. So I go for the Karina, which doesn't actually get her back off hold ground, but it's no big deal because I can just Time Strike double. I bring in the Shocking Entrance, the Death Revenge kills Grimoris, but of course Draco Rosa isn't affected by the entrance, although he can get counter-stricken to hold ground. But 2 of my monsters had Overwatch anyway. I go ahead and double Retribution the 2 people. Zephyrin just kills Draco Rosa. There really isn't much he can do. I give turn to Penguinator. Go ahead and Slayer Bane all. He can Fast Breaker the Tricranium, but Death Revenge is just going to kill him. And you can see that's the end of this match against Eternity. GG's for him. And my second opponent turns out to be Shek, otherwise known as Whoop in Discord. My immediate thought, oh, he has Skeleviathan. I have Swift True Hit with Pandorka. Spectre Fox kills him. So now I'm a little sad. There, Motor Dragon puts a Bronze Shell there, so I don't have to worry about the instant knockback next for his Motor Dragon. So instead I Cobalt Coating. Fast Fury does have a target with Skeleviathan, actually does a decent amount of health, but his Confident Strike does kill my Motor Dragon. I can't knock back anybody because of Skeleviathan. I don't have Pandornorka for the raw with Skeleviathan. His Spectre Fox goes for the solo Bloodcrave, and it just barely doesn't kill Angel Lion. So I'm thinking about what I can do here, you know, because I want to get a kill on Angel Lion. I also want to revive the Motor Dragon. That would be good for helping me get control. But the Wraith Host is able to kill the Rockoid that I was going to Soul Exchange. So at this point, Soul Exchanging doesn't matter. I go for the Retribution on the Yuki because I don't want any Snow Slides here. Kurakami just goes for another Snow. And now I'm thinking, okay, this is my chance to gain control, right? I've got his Spectre Fox absorbing my XYZ stuns. Absorbing. But whatever. I knock back Kurakami. I'm thinking about what I can do here. I give turn to Lunarctic. I just want to make sure like I have the end game to deal with this, and I knock back Wraith Host. So now he's got 2 Yukis on the field. I killed him with Time's Up, and now he's got 3 Bronze Shells on the field with a Spectre Fox at 200 seconds. I see the Motor Dragon next in line, and now I can use my instant knockback next. And I'm thinking, okay, he's also got a Tarago next in line, so if he tries to do any of his like throwing stuff, he's going to get rid of his Motor Dragon, which granted isn't that big of a deal to him because Motor Dragon in the end game is pretty much useless anyway. I give turn and finally knock back the Spectre Fox as well because I'm tired of the Bronze Shells not getting stunned because that's a good way to keep control. But then he has another Stun Absorber in Willow-Worm, so it really didn't matter that much. I'm thinking about what I can do here because Willow-Worm super shuts down Ryzen. So I just Overwatch, and luckily right when he gets a turn, XYZ has double Survivor charged. So I kill the Tarago, just skip behind his Bronze Shell, see what he's going to do. And I finally use my... is this where I do it? Yeah, I finally use my Link Instant Hypnotize, and the game started lagging here. I don't know why. I was actually a little worried that it would crash, because that would have been really bad. But it didn't. I used my Transient Bash on Willow-Worm. Keep in mind, that's my first Transient Bash, and you'll see why I say that now. Since Chromera has Roaring Entrance, but he comes into XYZ, then he doesn't get the turn immediately, so I'm able to Times Up him, and Bobble Basher is now asleep and camouflaged, so I can't wake him up, but I don't want to wake him up. I want him asleep. Leogeist comes in, gets the turn immediately, but it's really not that big a deal, because I can just Times Up him again, and now the Bronze Shells are getting stunned, and I see he has a Malwing next in line, so I skip and decide to just kill the Bronze Shell, bring in the Malwing entrance, but it's no big deal. XYZ is going to absorb the stun, and I can just give turn right back. I was super lucky there that the sleep actually hit Ryzen, so it didn't affect me at all. I thought about knocking back Malwing just for like a second, but I was like, no, that's stupid. Why on earth would you do that? Here I kill one of his Bronze Shells just to bring in Nova Drake. I mean, the Bronze Shell is going to kill itself anyway. So I'm thinking about how I'm going to kill the Nova Drake, and I was going to give turn to XYZ again, but I can't, so I use Transient Bash. Keep in mind, that's my second Transient Bash. He's just skipping with his Bronze Shells. I decide to kill the Nova Drake. That brings in a Freeze Cobra, who's also going to be absorbing my stuns from XYZ. Scorpiogeist comes in, and I was really worried that... No, he did do it. Yeah, I was worried he would Toxic Strike XYZ, and he did. So now, take a look at the field here. I still have pretty good control. I've got a Malwing next in line. His Bobble Basher's still asleep. No big deal. I decided to just knock it back at this point because I figured he would have more poison stuff. Death Gazer, yes, does come in, and the entrance does help, but my monsters still get a turn before him because they were close enough. He's got a Nectarian next in line. And this is where the mistake comes in. I Transient Bash, and it kills my Vixia Guard, and now everybody's poisoned because of the Nectarian entrance, and Scorpiogeist has the turn. So a full attack legendary is using a Raw Poison Massacre on my full Storm lineup, and it's so bad. So Grimoires comes in and does nothing. Ryzen, I have to kill Scorpiogeist because what else am I going to do? I can't stun Retribution or anything. That also brings in his Kurakami and his Wraith Host, and Kurakami does Avalanche, which is so bad. So the Death Revenge hits him, Kurakami's poisoned, he does die, so do the rest of his monsters, But remember all those monsters that I was knocking back that I checked to make sure I would have the end game to deal with? Yeah, well, here they are now. So I'm like, okay, the really only realistic way I can win this is through total RNG at this point. I don't care about the Motor Dragon, so I go for the Spectre Fox, and the Rockoid blocks it. So now I know it's over. He knows not to Swift Unwanted Friend, because that's just going to give me more fodder. The Spectre Fox doesn't have anything to block Astro Golem, so he just stun killers Astro Golem. Doesn't quite kill, of course, because it's an Earth Super Epic against a Fire Legendary. But I know Bobble Basher isn't going to have any issue getting to my Astro Golem. I could load. It's only 23 seconds. If I go around the Protector, then maybe I could kill the Bobble Basher, but like it doesn't matter. He Slayer Banes me, and the game's over. It was so close. If I had been keeping track of my Vixia Guard, maybe it would have been a different story. But, you know, at the end of the day, it was a really good match. One of the most fun, most intense ones I've had in a long time. He had a great comeback. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Good luck to everybody in the rest of the tournament. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.